I'm gonna try to summarize this. I don't even want to have a long video about this. Basically, so we were affected during COVID. We were closed the whole year. Then the bank tried to sue us. The judge and the jury, the satanic cult Nazi jury and the judge, they of course took the side of the bank. We already knew that. But we did close on our own time. We ended up did close the business, and we owe like a few loans, and apparently right now we owe $150,000 in rent to the business renters. Here's the story with them. I want to explain something to you in case anyone's like, well, it's your fault or we don't feel bad or whatever. But here's the actual story, right? My mom knew the rent company, where like the landlord of the business that we closed she knew them, the whole, like the family, kind of, not personally as a friend, but she knew them for 20 years. So they kind of like did us a favor. But like when people do you a favor and then they spit it and throw it back in your face. So when we were closing our business, he allowed this lawyer, this skank, this diaper clinic Nazi, global cult member, diaper clinic woman. She was so nasty to us. And you know what? This is the thing, right? I want to make a point. I understand nobody owes us anything. But like I said, if you're going to help, why would you spit it back at us and throw it back in our face? And she was yelling at us. She's like, look at how you're leaving. Look how you're leaving. Look at the amount of rent you owe. It's your fault. Look at you. Blah, blah, blah. She was saying all of this, right? And then on top of that we have a $150,000 bill from them. And she also was like, we're also going to charge you for 6 months extra rent. So when we closed our business, we told her we're closing this date. After she was nasty, was rude to my mom, yelled at her. And my mom was like, who are you talking to, miss? Like, and especially, like I said, we kept making a point, like, if this is how you felt, we could have left. Like, we thanked you for like being generous. We thought we can like have a human to human interaction. We thought it could be normal. So when we closed our business, the lawyer there, she yelled at us. She was really nasty, very rude. And you know how like they pressure you? So instead of giving us a chance to breathe and marinate the fact that like we just closed the freaking business that we had since 2013. Like we closed our business, right? We're like in shock from that. We didn't even get over the shock. The next day, she's like, when are you going to pay back? When are you going to pay back? How you going to pay? 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 You let me know right now. You got to sign this. If you don't sign this document, we're going to sue you. Blah, blah, blah. And we told her like we're closing because we don't have clients. We have a financial situation. We told her about our other business. We told her about a lot of other stuff. She's like pressuring us and being nasty. And in the email, it's kind of like, I don't know what it's called, like under duress. Like I believe they were putting us under duress, and they're like, how much are you gonna pay back? And I'm like, 150,000. I don't know, like, isn't that how much we owe? And they're like, she's like, it's a legally binding contract. It's like, fuck you and your legally binding contract. How about that? How about you put a butt plug up your ass with the legally binding contract? This is what I mean, right? Like, I don't believe we need to take responsibility for any of the loans or the debt, because we are in debt because of the satanic cult, because of what they did to everybody during COVID, right? So there's no help. There's no one you could reach out to. There's nobody that wants to talk to us. There's nobody, nothing, right? So that's why I'm like, I'm going to make these things on the internet. And please, the only way you could help me, please don't make any GoFundMes or anything. Please just share this video, because I want people to know what happened to us. It's not fair. It's not fair. And I don't want any citizen to pay. I want the federal government to send us a letter saying they're going to cover it, or we're not responsible for any of that. Because how is it like you're supposed to, like, I'm not saying like the landlord should be my mom's friend, but he was like, oh, they were like, oh, like, we know you for a long time, so we're going to be generous to you. Like, we'll give you the bill later. Okay, so why is it that you have this freaking dog barking at us and who's nasty to us? And she's like, you have to pay. Like, how you're leaving. Look at how you're leaving. She was so nasty. Like, hello. we were affected by COVID. And this is the thing. One of the reasons why we stayed and acquired that debt is because we were like, hey, we can't pay. Like, what do you think? They're like, no, you could stay. You know, well, we understand your situation. And then when we closed down, we thought, like, we didn't think we were going to get, like, you know, we weren't asking them to, like, bow down to us. We weren't even asking them not to ask us. We didn't even ask them to not pay them back. Okay? But you literally put us under duress, which we literally didn't even have a chance to close. Like, the day that we closed officially, she starts harassing us. Wait, when you gonna pay? If you don't sign this, we're gonna sue you. When you gonna pay? 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 Bitch, like, can you relax? We just closed. Like, can I have a moment to breathe and marinate? When you gonna pay? We're gonna sue you if you don't sign. We're gonna sue you. We're gonna sue you. We're gonna sue. So sue us, bitch. Go ahead. Go ahead. But like I said, the federal government needs to, like, do something about it, because why is it that y'all close us down? We have no help. We were not an essential business, and now we're responsible for all these debts and loans? No. So some federal needs to do something and gather attention, or whatever. Some federal needs to give us a paperwork saying that we don't owe anybody anything, because this is not right. And like I said, if they were really our friend, like, or trying to, like, really help, he wouldn't sick that fucking lawyer on us, screaming at us, when you gonna pay? Sign the contract. It's a legally binding contract. Legally bind this butt plug up your ass, bitch. That's all I want to tell you with your legally binding contract and your legally binding diaper. Go shit yourself in a diaper in your satanic cult like you do. Think I don't know? And like I said, I know that we stayed, but we stayed because the people at the time, they were very nice to us. They're like, oh, we understand your situation. They were very nice. And it was like, we weren't shocked because we already understand how the diaper clinic works. But we were kind of shocked in a way of like, but like, y'all was just so nice to us. Like, you were just saying, like, we understand your situation. We understand. Like, stay here. Stay in the rent. It's okay. Like, stay in the rent. And now it's like, oh, look how you're leaving. You gotta, like, when are you gonna pay back? It's like, I don't fucking know. I'm just closing. I'm like, can I at least wait to get a job? Which is why I am trying to do social media, just in case the diaper clinic, you know, so I can help my parents pay off those loans. And like I said, please, under no circumstance, I will not be accepting any, what do you call it? GoFundMes. I will not be accepting any GoFundMes under any circumstances. I don't want a citizen, even a millionaire citizen, where money is nothing to you. No, I want federals to give us a paper saying we don't owe any of our loans, because y'all did this to us during COVID. It was a satanic attack on my family. That's what it was. They went after all our businesses in every single way, and now nobody wants to talk to us. Everyone wants to act like it's our fault. COVID was the federal's fault, not ours. So that's why I don't even, like, I wouldn't even, you want to know what's funny? It's kind of like this, right? This is what I'm trying to explain. If there was some millionaire who felt bad for me, they're like, no. Monica, you didn't deserve it. I promise you, I'm like a trillionaire. Let me pay all your debts, like every single penny. You don't have to pay me. I understand what you're going through. That is messed up. I would absolutely decline. I would rather go to court, or not even go to court, but I would rather, like, I would say, like, not even fight it, because of what's to fight. I don't want to fight the system in court either.